This is the Dogecoin 1 month overview reading for July 2022. It's currently July 5th, 2022, 6 p.m. The overall theme and behavior for Dogecoin throughout the month of July is an important resistance level highlighted, as well as behaviors overall going to be volatile. This is crossed with three crisscrosses through the same price level, the third cross confirming a bullish trend. And that would make sense seeing that we have a higher high in August than we do in July. Behavior around the high to form the month's high or highs is going to be a fast sudden move higher, marking the end of a period of volatility. And then the behavior around the low, interesting. So it's the completion of a bullish trend. Sometimes this type of thing will happen, and what that really is likely to look like is like there's a small rally that ends right around the low. Sometimes the information's more helpful than others. Maybe that, and that might elaborate as we go. Okay, so for the first, we have a rally that offers a opportunity to open up a short position. It looks like that rally probably continues into the third, where we have a high in the third. And there's a lot of movement here in the first and the second upward, and the third even upward. We have a high here. It looks like we have a lower price level on the fourth. The fifth, we revisit a past crest with in the midst of some erratic behavior back and forth through the same price level. And it looks like the fifth is also another month's higher crest. So on the third and on the fifth, month's higher crest, prominent high or prominent crest. And then on the sixth, we have sideways fluctuations with a bearish trend. Excuse me, let me back up. On the fifth, we have a looks like one prominent low and one prominent high on a one-day chart. So local high and a local low on a one-day chart of the fifth. All right, so for the sixth, we have a trade opportunity. It's a swing trade opportunity involving successfully turning resistance into new support. There's two local highs and one local low. So a local high, guys, what that means is that if you're looking at a one-day chart of the sixth, there'll be two prominent highs, two local highs for the sixth on a one-day chart. One's going to happen when we have in the midst of a decline. There's a good opportunity in there to open up a long position. The other one's going to happen where there's involving a cash-in opportunity. So there's more than one trade here. And then the local low forms when we break down through support, meet a second support, and then bounce along sideways along that support. On the seventh, an important price level is highlighted. This is likely another high or crest for the month on the 7th or 8th at that price level. Important price level. There's a swing trade opportunity on the 7th involving a failed attempt to break through key resistance followed by a decline through a key support level. And then there's also correlation to quite a bit of volatility and a important resistance level, a correlation to the theme card here. That's the orange. Everything is color coded. It looks like we open lower on the 8th and we rally higher at least early in the morning on the 8th. There's one local high there. Generally speaking, with the works card, what you'll see is sideways rotation along a support level. Then we start to rise. We bump up against the next resistance, and then we come back down, and we bounce along sideways along that same support level from earlier. So it looks to me like we have a rally out of a low early on the day, and then we have another low either at the end of the day of the 8th after having gone up, it comes back down, or early morning on the 9th. Interesting. It's a little unclear exactly where the crest is, but there's another crest here between like the 9th and the 10th-ish. That's out of the low that happens like between the 8th and the 9th. We move higher. There's bearish price swings in here. And then we have another important resistance level. It's likely the same resistance level, but an important resistance level highlighted again here early on the 10th. And then we break down with increasing volatility as we move forward throughout the day. There's 2 local highs on the 10th. There's one swing trade opportunity, and then there's also correlation to that again, that theme card, the important resistance level, technical level, and then breaking down with volatility. There's an opportunity in here in this volatility position for both sides of the market, so buying calls and puts in the form of like a straddle or strangle, or maybe holding a long position. Oh well, it's crypto. Excuse me. So I'm not sure that there are derivatives for crypto yet. If there's a way to hedge, you'd want to do that, but you could probably make some money in here on the 10th in the midst of some volatility. On the 11th, we have a move higher through a resistance level, and then we stay there briefly and break back down through the same price level. Looks like at the end of the day on the 11th or early on the 12th, we have a cash-in opportunity at a crest, another prominent high or crest for the month, and we have multiple headwinds that push Doge lower on the 12th. On the 13th, we have a big move starting out of a decline. We have a big move to the upside, successfully going all the way from the bottom of a range to the top of a range. On the 14th, we have a swing trade opportunity, and we have another correlation to volatility and an important resistance level. The swing trade opportunity takes place when we have a failed attempt to break through key resistance followed by a decline through an important support level. And there's a big move to the upside here on the 14th. So coming out of the rally, or coming out of the decline on the 12th into the 13th, there's a big rally that starts there on the 13th, continues into the 14th, and it looks like probably test resistance towards the end of the day. I'd be able to determine that a little bit better with the daily, but there's on the 15th U-shaped dip. And another swing trade opportunity. So likely at resistance on the 14th. So I get in on the 14th, and then likely out on the 15th. With there's a U-shaped dip and Prince of Wands. So in the midst of a rally, there's an opportunity to sell out, like to cash in, or if there are derivatives, to however you can hedge yourself. On the 16th, an important range is met. It's highlighted, so either the top of a really important range or the bottom of a really important range, or maybe we're range bound throughout the day, but range will be important on the 17th. Excuse me, on the 16th. On the 17th, we have an important low, so it's likely that 16th is the bottom of a range. So we fall hard, huh? On the 15th, somewhere on the 14th, 15th, out of that rally, we fall hard, hit the bottom of the range on the 16th. 17th, we have a prominent trough or prominent low for the month. There's 2 local highs, so on a one-day chart at the 17th, you see 2 prominent highs. There's also correlation to the 3 crisscrosses, the crossing theme card. I wonder where else that is. There and there. So that's likely the first crisscross on whatever price level that is. We're crisscrossing back and forth. We'll meet it somewhere here on the 17th. One of the local highs, there's a decline out of the local high, marking an opportunity to open up a long position, and then another one of those local highs. It involves sideways rotation, increasingly with bullish sentiment and momentum as we move forward in time to reach the high. The local low, it's a prominent low, prominent trough. On the 18th, we have one local high. It's a fake out. Be careful for that. An intentional fake out or shake out of some kind there. We also revisit an important support level on the 18th that was recently a past opportunity when we have a sharp dip within a period of sideways rotation. On the 19th, we have it looks like we have a day trade opportunity on the 9th. We have 2 local lows. So one of the trades is going to involve a breakout through. So we break out basically out of through a price level, and break out with the rally increasing in momentum. And then the other one is gonna, okay, so it's looking like it's a bullish trade getting in and then getting out at a higher price, because the other trade opportunity is Prince of Wands, an opportunity, an opportunity, it's not an opportunity, but it's in this case, it's an opportunity, it's a rally, increasing with momentum as we move forward in time. It looks like towards the very, like, the afternoon hours, there's a trade opportunity in there. To cash in. On the 20th, we have sideways fluctuations with a bullish trend that precedes a decline. There's one trade opportunity in there as well, swing trade opportunity in the Prince of Wands, so rally increasing in momentum as we move forward throughout the day. On the 21st, we meet an important price level signified by the peace card, right? Yeah, peace card. And then on the 22nd, we have one local low. Out of that local low, there's sideways rotation, and then out of the local low, there's a fast sudden move higher, marking the end of a period of sideways rotation. The local low involves bumping up along resistance, moving sideways along resistance. On the 23rd, we have sideways S formation between a horizontal resistance and support, so two declines with an incline in between. On the 24th, we have swing trade opportunity when, even though there's a bunch of headwinds, the Dogecoin price share, it goes higher, possibly even breaking through resistance. There's a swing trade opportunity in there. We have, again, another crisscross through that theme card. The three crisscrosses is the second crisscross. There's an important trough or low here for the month highlighted, and then we have sideways price swings with a bullish trend on the 25th. On the 26th, we have looks like it could be the end of the end of the swing trade and the beginning of a new one, or it could be a day trade. But we have two local lows, one that forms near a period of like bumping up along resistance, and another one that forms after we meet a resistance level, break down from there with consecutively lower spikes on the way down. Those spikes generally will meet, most cases they meet moving averages as resistance. There is a big move higher to reach a distant resistance level on the 26th. It looks like a breakout is what one of the trades is involved in, and a rally increasing with momentum as we move forward throughout the day is what the other trade is involved in. On the 27th, we have two local highs and a swing trade opportunity. Looks like we meet a resistance level or important technical level where it's good to position oneself in both directions if possible, but there's volatility and there's trade opportunity in there on the 27th that involves a failed attempt to break through key resistance followed by a decline through support. And then the local highs, one of them is an intentional fake out, shake out, and the other one is there's a notable decline out of that high, breaking through a key support level. And then we reach a prominent low or trough again for the month on the 28th. We have a local high that forms in the midst of some sideways rotation, increasing in bullish momentum as we move forward into the high. And then we have a local low that forms when we break down through support level, meet a secondary support, and then rotate sideways along that support. There's a cash-in opportunity in the beginning and an opportunity to open up another trade in here, but there's a good money maker in here, and it looks like we have a day's high at the end of the day, or possibly somewhere early on the 29th. On the 29th, we have one local high. From that local high, we fall sharply through a key support level, and it's profit taking because there was a good move higher. Looks like a low towards the afternoon there, and then we have we attempt to establish support on the 30th. There's an intentional shakeout or fake out there around the high, intended to get rid of like impulsive traders before there's a intense change in direction, and you can see this unicursal hexagram. So this is a good opportunity If you can short to short, I'm not sure you could do that. But in any case, the prior day was likely an opportunity here. This ace of disc is likely an opportunity to cash in, and I did leave out. Oh my god! So there's a correlation to the month's high here as well. To a month's higher prominent crest here, and a lot of times what the ace will be is like a new important support level is highlighted, but a new one, not necessarily lower, sometimes higher. And that can happen here, but there's a lot of volatility between the 27th and the 28th. So be careful of that. A month's high and a month's low correlator there. So we should see a prominent high and a month's low, or a prominent low and a month's high, something like that. On the 31st, we have a sudden dip within a period of volatility. And then the next month, August, there's an important trade opportunity that takes place when we successfully create new support out of old resistance. There's an important low in there that forms when we have sideways, or when we break down through a resistance level, or through a support level, meet a second support level, and then rotate sideways. And there's a higher high in August than there was in July. There you go, guys. That's Dogecoin for July 2022. Let me know what you think. If you want to see more Dogecoin, hit that like button. Do me a favor, guys. We've got a Kickstarter coming out. We tried a Kickstarter in the past. We failed. We didn't know enough of what we were doing. But it's a great idea. We've been working on it for a really long time. Now we've got something really solid. It's an astrological technical analysis platform, basically, that we've been working on. And we need to get as much social media as we can to succeed at this. So appreciate the support. If you can... share with 2 of your friends, that type of thing, much appreciated, my friends. And most importantly, as always, when you make that money from this reading, pay it forward. I'll see you guys on the next one.